Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for science and technology for September month. Let's start. First is, name the union minister who has recently launched e-source web portal of interstate council secretariats. So who is the union minister? Who is our home affair minister also? Correct? Or who are home minister? He will be Amit Shah. Correct? He recently launched this e-resource web portal of the interstate council secretariat. This portal will function as the zonal council. Correct? This will enable the functions of the zonal councils, and this portal is basically a repository of the important documents like the minutes and agenda of the meetings of the interstate council. Correct? This will be used by various central ministries, their departments, central government, union territories for their policy intervention. Correct? This is your e-resource web portal of interstate council secretariat launched by Amit Shah. Next, which metro railway has recently become a part of the elite group of the metros that have shifted from steel third rail to aluminium third rail? It is Kolkata Metro Railway. I repeat, Kolkata Metro Railway, that comes under the Ministry of Railways of Government of India, have decided to use composite aluminium third rail. Correct? In their all upcoming corridors, along with the retrofitment in the existing corridor. Correct? With this, Metro Railways of Kolkata will become a part of the elite group of the metros that have shifted from steel third rail to aluminium third rail. And this, a third rail, is a method of providing electric power to trains, trams and other rail vehicles. Next, which company has recently launched DSC A20 Yard 325, the first diving support craft DSC for the Indian Navy? It is Titagarh Rail Systems Limited. Correct? TRSL, formerly known as Titagarh Wagons Limited, they launched this DSC A20 Yard 325. This is a diving support craft, that is DSC, diving support craft for the Indian Navy. This was launched. Where was this launched? This was launched at Titagarh shipyard, that is in West Bengal. And this is the first of the 5 DSC, that is your diving support craft vessels, that are to be delivered to the Indian Navy by Titagarh Shipyard Limited. And the contract value here is of 175 crore rupees. Moving on, name the company that recently introduced a high resolution aerial drone based synthetic aperture radar system. So which is it? Tell me, name the company that introduced this high resolution aerial drone based synthetic aperture radar system. It is Galax Eye. Right? Fifth option here, right? Galax Eye. Correct. This Galax Eye, right option is option 5. Galax Eye, it is a space tech startup company. They have introduced this high resolution aerial drone based synthetic aperture radar system. This is the cutting edge technology that will enable detailed and high resolution all weather imaging even in the rainy and cloudy condition. This drone based synthetic aperture radar system is said to be the first such technology developed by a private company in India. Next, in August, the 7th Nilgiri class stealth frigate of Project 17A of the Indian naval ship Dash was launched at the Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So this is INS Mahendragiri. Correct? This is the 7th Nilgiri class stealth frigate of Project 17A, that is INS Mahendragiri, launched by Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Right? And this is also the 4th frigate constructed by Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Next, SpaceX launched 22 of their Starlink's internet satellites into LEO, that is low Earth orbit, through Dash rocket from Florida, USA. So what is the name of the rocket? It is Falcon 9, and this is the most famous rocket of SpaceX. They launched 22 Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit. Correct. From where was this launched? It was launched from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, that is in Florida, USA. Next, name the company that recently partnered with Bharat Electronics Limited to launch Indrajal. Indrajal. Now what is this Indrajal? This is the first AI enabled counter drone system, Indrajal, that will be countering the drones that will be coming into their target area, or we can say if there is any rogue drone or any drone of enemy that is entering into our territory, with the help of this Indrajal we can take it down. Correct? It will be a AI and machine learning based counter drone enabled system, that is Indrajal. Question asked here is, which company has developed this Indrajal? So this was developed by Greeny Robotics in collaboration with Bharat Electronics Limited. Next, which company has recently partnered with Bharat Drone Association and National Drone Pilot Association to launch the Equality Drone Training Program? So, which is it? It is Garuda Aerospace Private Limited. Correct? They have recently partnered with Bharat Drone Association and National Drone Pilot Association to launch the Equality Drone Pilot Program. Correct? This training program is for 10 days. Correct? And it is specially designed for the persons with disabilities to offer them free of cost training, education and skill development. Next, which space agency along with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Limited recently launched HIIA launch vehicle number 47, that is HIIA F47, carrying X-ray astronomical satellite X-ray imaging and spectroscopic mission, that is XRIM, and SLIM. SLIM stands for Lunar Lander, Smart Lander for investigating moon. So, which is the space agency along with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Limited recently launched this? It was launched by JAXA. Now, what is JAXA? JAXA is the space agency of Japan, and it is your Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA. Correct? And this rocket was launched from Space Center, that is in Japan. Next, name the defense sector that recently tested the efficacy and foolproof functioning of the military combat parachute system. That is, Indian Air Force recently tested the efficacy and foolproof functioning of the military combat parachute system. Correct? And this parachute system was indigenously designed and developed by ADRDE. And what is this? This is your Aerial Delivery Research and Development Establishment. Correct? This is a lab, or we can say this is the Research and Development Lab of DRDO. Moving on, name the tactical nuclear attack submarine that has recently launched by North Korea. So North Korea recently launched Hero Kim Kun Ok. This is the name of the tactical nuclear attack submarine that was launched by North Korea. Correct? Mark this. Next, which company recently signed a master ship repair agreement with the government of USA to repair the US naval vessels? It is Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Correct? This is a public sector undertaking that comes under Ministry of Defense. They recently signed a master ship repair agreement, and this was with the government of USA. Correct? This will, as the name suggests, master ship repair agreement. This will be for the repairment of various vessels of USA. Correct? Then where is the headquarter of this Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited? This is located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next, which institute has recently signed an MOU with ISRO for capacity building the areas of mineral resources and disaster management within the framework of National Natural Resource Management System program? So which institute signed this MOU with ISRO for capacity building? It is Geological Survey of India Training Institute. Option 4. Correct. The primary objective of this project is capacity building through the generation of skilled workforce. Correct. And this will be in mineral exploration, advanced remote sensing techniques in mineral exploration. So everything related to mineral exploration, this capacity building program or this project was signed, and it was signed by ISRO and Geological and Metallurgical Institute of India for capacity building for mineral resources and disaster management. And this is basically, if in simple terms we say, this is for exploration of various minerals to do research and development, and how can we extract minerals, and how can even we, from those minerals that we extract, how can we even segregate them in a better and efficient way. Next, name the device that has recently developed by ISRO to enhance safety of fishermen during the sea expedition. So it is Nabmitra, right? ISRO recently successfully tested their innovative device that was named Nabmitra. This was developed by ISRO SAC, that is their Space Application Center. That is where this is located, this Space Application Center of ISRO. This is in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. And the aim of this device, Nabmitra, is to enhance the safety of the fishermen during their sea expedition. Correct? Next, name the organization that recently launched 2 resources designed and policy brief on the health aspects of decriminalization of suicide and suicide attempts to strengthen suicide prevention efforts. Correct? I repeat, name the organization that recently launched 2 resources designed, that is the 4th version of preventing suicide, a resource for media professionals, and a policy brief on the health aspects of decriminalization of suicide and suicide attempts. So this was launched by, as it is related to health, it was released by World Health Organization. The 4th version of preventing suicide and policy brief on the health aspects of decriminalization of suicide and suicide effects. According to a report released by WHO, suicide is a significant public health issue, and 1 in every 100 deaths globally is by suicide, which affects almost 7 lakh people every year. Next, which company recently signed an MOU with ISRO and Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center, that is INSPACE, to support space tech startup innovations through cloud computing, right? So ISRO and INSPACE, correct, they recently signed an MOU, and this was basically to support the space tech innovations through cloud computing. Question asked is that which company has signed an MOU with this ISRO and INSPACE? It is Amazon Web Service, that is AWS. This is the cloud platform of Amazon. Azure is the cloud platform of Microsoft. Correct? GCP is the cloud platform of Google, and GCP stands for Google Cloud Platform. Next, in September, Airport Authority of India introduced two new Dash aircraft with advanced state-of-the-art flight inspection system into its flight inspection units fleet to carry out calibration of ground navigation and landing aids. So I repeat, Airport Authority of India inducted two new aircrafts. What is the name of that aircraft? B360, and it was with advanced state-of-the-art flight inspection system into its flight inspection units fleet to carry out calibration of the ground navigation and landing aids. Correct? So right option is B360. Next, on September 15th, SpaceX launched 22 satellites of Starlink internet satellites into low Earth orbit through their Dash rocket from Florida. So again this question, and again it will be, if ever question asked about SpaceX, it is Falcon 9 rocket, right? This is the most famous one. Next, in September, Indian Air Force successfully tested the indigenously developed Type 5 heavy drop system, that is a multi-stage parachute from a cargo aircraft. Which company has manufactured this parachute? So remember, this Type 5 heavy drop system, that is a multi-stage parachute, that was for a cargo aircraft, that was tested from a cargo aircraft. Question asked is that this particular multi-stage parachute has been developed or manufactured by which company? It is Airbornics Defense and Space Private Limited. Correct? They have successfully tested and developed this Type 5 heavy drop system. Correct? And this is a Type 5 heavy drop system. This is a parachute developed by Airbornics Defense and Space Private Limited. This particular parachute weighs up to 20 tons and it is made up of aluminium. Next, Manoj Ahuja, Secretary of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, launched the mobile application and the web portal for General Crop Estimation Survey to Dash. I repeat, Manoj Ahuja, who is our Secretary of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, launched the mobile application and the web portal for General Crops Estimation Survey to basically to transform the agriculture practices across India. We know that artificial intelligence is coming now. We know that drones are available now. We know machine learning is available now. We know with the help of coding, we can implement all these things together and provide benefit to farming. Correct? Agriculture sector can be enhanced and many benefits can be provided to the farmers with the help of this. Next, name the personality who has recently launched the first of its kind vigilance compliant information management system portal to enable people to file graft complaints against government employees. Right? Who is the personality who launched the kind of first of its kind vigilance compliant information management system portal to enable the people to file graft complaints against government employees? He will be Vinay Kumar Saxena. He is our Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. Correct? Here the complaints can be related to the vigilance, corruption or demand of the bribe. With the transparency, this portal will monitor complaints and initiate speedy action. Also, this portal will require only one-time registration. Correct? Next. In which country a group of archaeologists have recently discovered the evidence of the world's oldest wooden structure dating back to 4,76,000 years? So remember, it was in Zambia. Correct? A group of archaeologists, they discovered the evidence of the world's oldest wooden structure that was 4,76,000 years old. Next, name the country that recently unveiled its new 5th generation main battle tank, that is Merkava Mark 5, that is by the name Barak, which translates to lightning in Hebrew. So the right option is Israel. Correct? So Israel unveiled their 5th generation main battle tank, the Merkava Mark 5 or Barak, which translates to lightning in Hebrew. Correct? Next, in which state 3rd missile cum ammunition barge of the Indian Navy Yard 75 LSAM-9 was launched by Commander G. Ravi in September 2023. So it was in Andhra Pradesh. Right option is option 3. Correct? In Andhra Pradesh, the 3rd missile cum ammunition barge of the Indian Navy Yard 77 was launched by Commander G. Ravi in September 2023. This barge is constructed under the classification rules of the Indian Register of Shipping, and this will have a lifespan of almost 30 years. Next, which company recently introduced its Android earthquake alert system in India in collaboration with NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Authority, the National Center for Seismology, and the Ministry of Earth Science? It is Google. Correct? They recently launched earthquake alert system. And Google, then it will be Android earthquake alert system. For this, Google partnered with NDMA, National Center for Seismology, and Ministry of Earth Science. Next, which country has recently launched the first domestically built submarine that was named Haikun? So this Haikun, that is the first domestically built submarine of Taiwan, right? And here Haikun, what does this mean? This means a mythical sea creature. Correct? This is a mythical sea creature. This Haikun was built with almost $1.53 billion. Correct? The cost for the construction of this was $1.53 billion. This is a diesel electric powered submarine, and this will be delivered to the Taiwan Navy by the end of 2024. That is electric plus diesel powered domestically built submarine. Next, China launched a new remote sensing satellite named Yaogan 33D into space by using Dash rocket. So the rocket that was used here was Long March 4C rocket. Correct? This is the name of the rocket that took the satellite Yaogan 33D into space. And if question can be asked, Long March 4C rocket is of which country? China. Yaogan 33D satellite is of which country? It is of China. Next and the last question for the day, friend, is name the country that recently launched a third military imaging satellite Noor 3 into orbit. So remember this Noor, it is of Iran, and now the third edition or the third military imaging satellite Noor 3 was launched into orbit, and it is of Iran. Correct? It was launched into low Earth orbit at a height of 450 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. So friends, these were your important current affairs for science and technology. Now let's move to some revision current affairs that will be beneficial for your revision purpose. Let's start. Where is the India's first underground transformer? It is in Bangalore. Then one sun, one world, one grid. For this, the conference was held where? This was held in New Delhi. Then apart from this, tell me which state has which state will be providing 1000 rupees pension for the transgender community. To the transgender community. It is Jharkhand. Right? Then next tell me recently which economic corridor was approved during the G20. It was India, Middle East, Europe corridor that was approved, launched during G20. Then which cloud platform partnered with MEITY to train the government officials? It is GCP, that is Google Cloud Platform. Correct? Or we can say cloud platform of Google partnered with MEITY to train government officials. Then which state will be providing compensation for the mob lynching victims? It will be Madhya Pradesh. Then which organization is constructing the world's highest fighter airfield, that is in Ladakh's Neoma? Which is it? It is BRO, that is your Border Road Organization. Next tell me recently International Conference on Dam Safety was inaugurated by our Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar ji. Next is Fourth Trade Expo. Fourth Trade Expo was, then tell me fourth edition of the Trade Expo, World Trade Expo. Fourth edition of the World Trade Expo. Where was this held? It was held in Mumbai. Right? Then Sarpanch Samvad. Sarpanch Samvad, right? This is a mobile application. This was launched by Assam government, correct? Apart from this, tell me recently which became the G20 or 21st member of G20, that will be now known as G21. It is African Union. Then world's best country, it is Singapore, correct? Then UK has recently provided how much amount for the Green Climate Fund? So UK contributed $2 billion for the Green Climate Fund. Then US signed or deal with which country on semiconductor supply chain? It is Vietnam. It is Vietnam. First question is, which state became the first state to have hallmarking centers in all the districts? So first state to have hallmarking centers in all the districts of that particular state. So right option here becomes, it is Kerala. Correct? Kerala became the first state in India to have hallmarking centers in all the districts of Kerala. How many districts are there? 14 districts are there. Correct? Then next thing, remember, what is this hallmarking? Hallmarking is basically a system to certify the purity of gold, right? To test the purity of gold. So this is your hallmarking, correct? Then the hallmark will contain the purity of metal and it can be for any metal, but for here we are talking about gold, correct? So this will make Kerala a hub of gold business and strengthen their claim to being the most reliable market in India. So all the 14 districts of Kerala will now have the hallmarking centers in Kerala. Next thing, remember, HUID number. This HUID number, that is your hallmark unique identification number, this was introduced in 2021, correct? It is a 6-digit alphanumeric code, and HUID, this will be given to every piece of jewelry at the time of hallmarking, and it is a unique for every piece of jewelry. So HUID number. Moving on, here you can see the gold business in Kerala is worth more than 1 lakh crore with an annual sales of around 250 tons. In Kerala, there are about 12,000 gold merchants and majority of them are holding BIS registration. And Kerala became the first state to have hallmarking centers in all the districts, that are 14 districts. Next, UDAN scheme has recently completed how many years? What is UDAN? RCS UDAN scheme, that is regional connectivity scheme, उड़े देश का आम नागरिक, correct? The aim of this scheme that was launched to is basically let the common man fly using the flights. So UDAN has successfully completed how many years recently? So it has completed 6 years, right? And in the year 2023, it will be asked how many years RCS UDAN scheme has completed. So it has completed 6 years. This RCS UDAN, or this Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, this scheme was launched as a part of National Civil Aviation Policy of 2016 by Ministry of Civil Aviation, and this was launched with a vision of 10 years. That we can say this was launched for 10 years. Then next thing, remember, the first flight of RCS under this RCS UDAN scheme was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2017. That was connecting Shimla to Delhi, right? And as I said, the scheme was launched in order to promote cheap flights and affordable flights for the middle class families of India, or the country's common man, correct? Next, here you can see RCS UDAN scheme launched to promote regional air connectivity by making flying affordable for the common citizens, and it encourages airlines to operate flights on regional and remote routes by enabling policies and extending incentives from the central government and state government. And it has recently completed 6 years. Moving on, India along with which union conducted the first joint naval exercise in the Gulf of Guinea? Correct. This exercise was held on 24th of October. Right? And where was this exercise held? Location is important, that is Gulf of Guinea. Now question asked here is that India along with which union? It is European Union. So India and European Union conducted the first joint naval exercise in the Gulf of Guinea on 24th of exercise. Correct? Mark this. Then remember, Next thing it can be asked is that from Indian side, which Indian naval ship took part here? It is IMS Sumedha. Indian naval ship Sumedha took part in this exercise, and 3 ships of European Union also took part. That is Italian ship Foscari, that is of Italian Navy, French ship Ventose of French Navy, and Spanish ship Tornado of Spanish Navy. So indirectly we can also say here Italy, France and Spain took part in this particular exercise along with India. Correct? Take a note of this. And what is the location where this exercise was held? Gulf of Guinea on 24th of October. Right? The next thing, if I ask you, tell me recently, which bank has partnered with FIBE in order to launch the first numberless credit card? So this first numberless credit card has been launched by FIBE in collaboration with which bank? It is Axis Bank. So FIBE and Axis Bank collaborated to launch India's first numberless credit card. Next thing, IMF, International Monetary Fund, projected India's GDP growth rate to be dash. So earlier they projected it to be 6.1%, but now they have increased their forecast from 6.1 to 6.3%. Then under the Mahila Samman Savings Certificate, how many accounts has been opened? So a total of 18 lakh plus accounts were opened under Mahila Samman Saving Certificate. Next, what was the inflation raised in September month? It was 5.02% inflation in September. That was 6.83 in the month of August. Next. So that's all for the day, friends. I hope you have enjoyed the session. For more such videos, stay tuned with our channel. Also, if you are watching our video for the first time, do subscribe to our channel.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is VICAS10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code VICAS10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.